contestant S7469 with the program entitled The Never Go to Bedder's Cure by Benny McDonald.
Each night, as the clock struck 8, Mrs. Gray called Bobby, Larry, and Susan. "Come, children, 8 o'clock and time for bed." She tried to make her voice sound cheerful, but actually, she felt like groaning because she knew what was about to come next. First, Susan. "Oh, please, Mother, please, don't make us go to bed. Just let us stay up a little while longer. Please, Mother, please." Then Bobby. "Oh, Mother, we are the only ones in the entire neighborhood who have to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Then Larry. "Mother, nobody, not anybody, goes to bed at 8 o'clock. "Oh, Mother, we just want to finish this game." "Yes, Mother, we only just started this game." "Mother, it has just gotten to be my turn, and I have not won a game this entire evening." Mrs. Gray was desperate. Someone once said, "We can only learn from our own experiences and our own mistakes." I don't know who said that, but it feels like a quote. Regardless of who said that, these words of wisdom are certainly applicable to Mrs. Gray and her 3 children, Bobby, Larry, and Susan. The children constantly complain about their mother's wishes, but with a little help from Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle, Mrs. Gray learns to take a step back and follow the Never Go to Bedder's Cure by Benny McDonald. Just the other day, Mrs. Gray was told about this wonderful little woman named Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle. So she decided to give her a ring. Bring, bring. "Hello, it is Mrs. Gray, the mother of Bobby, Larry, and Susan." "Oh, how are the children? I have not seen them since they returned from camp." "Oh, they're good. Until about 8 o'clock. And then they become whining little non-cooperators." "Oh, yes, I see. They are never want to go to bedders, aren't they? Oh, I am afraid that is the most commonest of children's ailments. So is there a cure for this hateful disease?" "Oh, yes, it's very simple, I'm afraid. You just need to tell them not to go to bed. Just let them stay up as long as they want." "But their health, oh, I'm sure that a day without sleep will not kill them. Tell me if anything goes wrong." So that night, when the clock struck 8, Mrs. Gray continued mending her socks and said nothing about bed, while the children played Parcheesi. Then, at 9 o'clock, Mrs. Gray put down the socks, but the children continued to play Parcheesi. Then, at 10:30, Mrs. Gray decided that it was time to go to bed. So the children stayed up all night long, continuing to play Parcheesi. But the next morning, Mrs. Gray said that the children could go to the local theater and watch a matinee. But no sooner did they get in that cold, dark auditorium when first Susan, then Bobby, then Larry finally fell asleep. When the show was over, Susan was the first to awake. "Where am I? Where is everyone? Why is it so dark?" She shook Bobby and Larry until they too awoke. Susan began to cry. "Oh, everybody's gone and left us, and we'll have to stay here till we die." "Oh, don't be silly, Susan. All we gotta do is walk out this door." But it was locked. Oh, I am hungry and tired, and all I want to do is go home.
Hey, what are you kids doing in here?
Mr. Murphy,
We're locked in.
will you please let us out? Please. So that night, Bobby, Larry, and Susan sat pinching each other to keep awake. When suddenly the clock struck 8, the children ran up to their mother. 8 o'clock? It's time for bed. Oh, yes, Mother. It is 8 o'clock, and that is our bedtime. Please, Mother, let us go to bed. Please. Why, children, I thought you all enjoyed staying up late, but from now on, if you are good, I will let you go to bed at 8 o'clock.